And we're live.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Howdy, everybody. Boca Raton, Florida, Santa Monica, California, Kania, Greece.
Kanya.
Oh, Kania.
That was
Kanya.
weird. Yeah, it's so weird. There were so many
Kanye
pronouncers.
West?
There were so many pronouncers for it that I had to choose sort of like an average of them all.
Donda?
So whatever I wrote there is very close to what most people say.
George Washington.
Believe it or not, that's a real place.
There's really a town called George Washington. Is it King George?
No, it's actually they said
that's
it was
Virginia.
They said it was a whimsical name saluting our first president, George Washington.
That's pretty cool.
I like it.
Texas City, Texas, Lima, Peru. The Mike O'Mara Show is on. So I guess I didn't mention the towns yesterday, right?
Yeah, it comes.
I got right into my just depressing rant yesterday. My
Sometimes you
apologies
just
for
gotta
that.
go.
Yeah, you got to go.
Sometimes
man.
it's just top of mind, and you have to jump in. You can't help yourself. But
I heard
today, boy, hey, boy, howdy. I know a lot of people should be looking forward to the NFL season, and hopefully today we will get to the top 5 names or the 8 leading names for the Washington football team.
Yes, exactly.
But it really sucks when everything you read every day about your favorite team, mine happens to be the Giants of Nueva York.
The Giants.
And everything you read is just horrific. Like, they're so terrible that it's just not going to be fun.
The Yankees are doing well.
The Yankees are... Well, no, the Yankees were doing well.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then I think the Yankees have skidded. I don't even follow the baseball. I couldn't tell you.
Well, you're a cricket
who
guy
was-
now.
What's that?
You're a cricket guy.
No.
It's the best sport in the world.
The only reason cricket's even relevant in my mind right now is because this goddamn Downton Abbey has got its hooks in my mother and I, and I'm watching. I'm like, no one cares about cricket.
Hey, way to be timely. We give Rob a hard time for looking back.
Hey,
way to catch the
I'm
train.
keeping-
Have you seen Gunsmoke yet?
I'm keeping an elderly woman alive by watching this with her.
Hey, there's a new show that I think you'll really enjoy. It's called House of Cards.
Wonderful
If
show.
I have
I understand
time.
the
If I have
star is a
time.
little
If I have
controversial,
time.
but anywho.
you watch it on your computer.
No,
It is
I was look.
2021.
I realize how difficult it is, and I think we spend a lot of time looking for things to watch on TV. Last night I spent it with an old friend, Nazi television.
Oh,
yes,
that's
sir,
fine.
a documentary, something along the lines of the final interviews with people, but it had to be an old documentary because it was no with the survivors, not of any of the atrocities.
Not
It
the
was more.
Holocaust?
It was more a German going and interviewing Germans who were in the army, in the SS, in the Waffen-SS, and in
missed
these
out,
horrible
Mike.
trips. And you got this guy, you had the people with a legitimate remorse, but then you had the people that were, I don't really know. And then you had the people that said, I would support him today.
The
this
balls.
old
This
guy
was about the
before he
Nazis
dies.
or the Trump administration?
It's about the Nazis.
Okay, just so I'm clear.
What happened
Yeah.
to the Geneva Convention? Did these guys serve time? What happened?
I don't know. They didn't catch him. I guess.
Argentina?
This one guy was in Germany speaking German, putting all his little, skull medals and all that out there on the table, and damn proud of it. And
Wow.
very, very proud. And then the one guy who was an SS member who was incredibly remorseful towards the end of this documentary, he's sitting at a table with a bunch of young Germans and getting into an argument with this guy that thinks that, what they did wasn't all that bad. This is a word. Look, we are human beings.
Wow.
Don't think that just because something's in the past, you know what I mean?
That's why they said
Scary.
Don't let them reunify. Don't let them get it.
Yeah.
Now
What was
they're
it?
back together.
What Dennis
let 'em
Miller said? He
reunify.
said he thinks of East and West Germany as Martin and Lewis. He said didn't like them together. Not that fond of them now that they've split up. Mike,
That's pretty
tell me
bada
that
bing, bada boom.
on Hulu you're still not watching there's murder, only murders in the building.
What are you reading that is literally behind you, behind your right shoulder?
No, I looked to my right because I want to make sure I got the title right because it's a weird title for a great show.
About the configuration of the studio.
He can do whatever he wants. That's his
Hold on,
side.
Hold on. I think both of you, I think you two are in the wrong places. I think Rob continuously. Does Rob have like a table perpendicular to him that he has to turn to the right, where he puts all his stuff over to the right?
There's some papers there.
Look at what he does. You can't do it. Everything's got to be like this. That's where it's got to be in front of you.
And then the shot looks
horrible. I got
horrible.
a hot clock here.
The
Look
shot
at that. You don't
looks
even
horrible.
What do you mean the shot looks
You don't
horrible?
want papers in the shot.
Well, why don't you put it in?
I don't have papers in my shot.
I know, but I would have papers in my
I don't
shot.
know what your shot is because I don't see your shot.
Well,
I see the video that's coming to me, which is different. Lord knows I wish it was your shot. Lord knows I wish I saw what the broadcast looked like, but I don't. I never see that.
I just have a piece of
paper. Because we're where we were 500 years ago, too.
BS.
Nothing has changed.
That is BS.
We get a brand new, shiny studio,
Mike,
and I don't see any different shot.
Florida.
Yeah,
all
that's
right?
true.
You moved to...
Why can't I see what's the broadcast looks
Feel
like?
free to get on a plane and get on
I'm
up
not
here.
getting on a plane.
Mike,
Feel
if
free
you're
to
in
earn
this
me more
room,
money.
if you're in this room, you see everything.
Everything.
But the shot I'm looking at is the two of you together.
Right.
I do not get a one shot of you, and I don't see what the listeners
Rob
see.
is protesting too much. It's not about the shot. It's about what he wants to do. He's doing what he wants to do. Put the paper in front of you. Nothing is ruined.
Okay, I got my papers over here.
No, put it in front of you. In front of
this?
No, put it in front of the
No,
board.
I don't like it there.
Did somebody just move the camera?
He doesn't
Did somebody
like it
just
there.
adjust the
I
camera?
don't like
Rob
it there. I don't
Can
like
you
it there.
pan left, Pony? Can you pan left so I can see what Rob's got?
He's
over
got all
there?
that room.
So the table that Rob's on is that one side of that table just goes up against a wall.
It's an
Is that
L
what I'm
shape.
looking at?
It's essentially an L-shaped console with a long table in front of us, and then it goes
I'd love
against
to
the wall
switch
next to
sides with you. I'd love that side. It's fantastic.
Well, that'd be okay with me.
if you don't ever touch anything during the show, Rob's got 1, 2, 3. Rob, the more room is on the Oscar side, wouldn't you say? Probably.
He's got more desk room in front of him.
You're jammed over there. Thank you, Pony. That's great. Is that Santos down on the floor?
sleeping.
This sweet boy.
Hey, Pony, what's to the right there? That's a nice little cubicle over there. What is that? You can't go any further? Oh, there it is. Okay, that's the door. So you guys are in like a tiny room, right?
This is not
I would
small.
not say it's tiny.
Is that a hallway out there that I'm seeing
It is.
through that
It's a
door?
corridor.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. All right.
So the
anyway.
question is this. I think you missed out. It's Rob's preference, not because he can't do it. He said he doesn't like it in front of him.
I like to have it right to my right so I can see it if I have to look over there. But I can if it means everything to everybody.
Let me read you something that I picked up.
Please.
Oscar, if you
Why do you
want
think
to
I
if you
put-
want to break down what comedy is, one of the aspects of comedy is called
I love it.
exaggeration.
I love it.
That's right.
Why do you think I put all my quiet, please, dogs? Why do you think I put all of my my copy in the teleprompter? Because that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at. Right there. That's where my commercials are. The same thing I'm pointing at you guys. That's where my commercials are.
All this
right
because
there.
I looked over to see the
No, you do it every day. You turn your body and you go off mic and you do it. I mean, it happens periodically.
What's wrong with it being where it is now? Because it's right in front of you.
It just doesn't. It feels a little jammed up, and it's not. I'm not accustomed to it. Been doing this a while.
Make an
Usually
effort.
have this. I will.
That's all
I
he
can
wants.
change. But Mike, what I wanted to ask you, it's called
Yes.
Only Murders in Our Building. It's on Hulu. I think it's
Yeah.
on. You got Mike. If you stay with it, you'll love it.
No. It's not a question of staying with it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Do you know that they've
And I
introduced?
haven't been. I've been in a depressive state of mind, and that's why I think I'm watching something very dark.
It's been dark.
Without spoiler alerts, they introduced two new heavier characters. Sting plays himself, and he is so funny playing Sting.
I can see that. Oh, so you're loving this show.
I loved it so much that
You
before
don't
I
have to
watched,
twist my arm to watch anything with Martin Short. I love
and
that.
and
I
don't
do.
forget Nathan Lane is in it as well. And also
Yeah,
last night,
that's a
Oscar, you'll
selling
like
point.
this.
Yes.
Tina Fey was introduced as a sort of a knockoff of the lady that does Serial.
Oh, I love it.
And she's a podcast host. The whole thing is about them doing a podcast. It is
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
It's
That's cool.
it's really really strong. I think you'll like
right.
it.
All right. Well,
Stay away
I
from
have
the
to-
Nazis and go to the comics, the funny people.
Can you hear that?
Yes, we can hear that.
I thought it was nice earlier when you didn't do what you normally do, and instead you just said, "Quiet, dogs."
Somebody wrangled them.
Yes.
Somebody wrangled them.
I believe they did. Dogs.
Hey,
Dogs.
Carla. Carla, could you come here for just a sec?
Sweetie. Doll face.
God.
Baby doll.
I talked to Carla yesterday. We had a brief
Yeah,
exchange.
about her business.
tech support.
That's
Oh,
the
that's
priority
nice.
in our house. Believe me, that's the priority.
What's that?
The dogs. I can't do a show in the afternoon.
Well, you know,
with
that's
the
quite
dogs.
interesting because I went on a walk to pick up Michael at the bus stop, and guess what? You're the last ones with the dogs. So I would think that you'd put Winslow in his crate before you got on the air.
Okay.
Do I make a good point?
Yeah.
You know what? You
argue
know what?
with that,
Well, I
can
would
you?
think that sometimes when you promise to honor and
Oh, look,
obey.
there's another human being.
Oh,
What's that?
Diet Coke.
Mmm.
Yummy. Oh,
Here you
there
go,
he
Papa.
is.
It's the whole
There
family.
You
he
want your Diet
is.
Coke, Papa?
Hi.
Look at him.
Papa,
What?
take your Diet Coke.
Papa.
I thought
What's
you were
wrong
doing.
with him?
Thought he was
He's a little
doing
grumpy,
tea or
It's
coffee
fine.
now.
but now that his family's there, he's full of love.
Look, you can see it in his eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's so happy.
I like seeing Michael over by there. Michael's out of here.
Are you going to say
All right.
anything about me?
Yeah, I've got it written down. I said Carla is turning into the breadwinner.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to. I'm having fun doing it. Thanks for your help, Oscar.
My pleasure. Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Hi,
Why don't you-
Michael.
why don't you
Michael,
use
you're
some of that
leaning
bread you
in-
win?
Don't, not there. All right, come here. Say hi. Say hi really quickly. Michael, right. No.
Hi.
Bye.
Hello. It's nice to know that with her new breadwinning status, Mike, she's still helpful.
There he is.
Yes, buddy?
Can I figure it out?
No, you don't need the headphones.
Uh-oh.
So
Yes.
What?
you guys know my best friend Donnie, right?
Yes.
Of course, yeah.
Johnny. Yes.
So he's from Cleveland, Ohio, and we've been friends since pre-K.
Right.
And he's moving back to Cleveland, Ohio.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
That's tough.
He's really upset. Oh, that sucks.
It's not the first
that's
time
his childhood
Don and
friend.
Mike broke up.
That was pretty good, Oscar.
Don't do that. Oh, he's really sad. He's bummed.
Yeah.
He's bumming. He's got lots of friends, but that's one of
Well, that's
his
his guy.
lifelongers.
That's
It's a
his
good.
guy.
It's a good time in his life to learn this lesson that nothing's forever.
Look at Oscar. The first real negative energy in the show, he gets all ramped up.
So
He gets all
excited.
that. Look at him. He's doing a fist pump.
Yeah.
Look at him. That's where that's where
good
his
to be
soul is
funny.
filled with gadget,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's gadgets.
It
That's
is.
it.
And you know what?
Tell him we have Skype.
I am horrible for laughing at him.
You're encouraging
At him
him,
laughing.
and you
Tell
should
him
be
they-
consoling your son
They can Zoom all day, every day.
from the abandoned field.
I know. Well,
It's another loss. It's another loss. Why Cleveland, do you suppose?
oh, maybe it's easier for them to opt out there. All right.
Well,
anyway,
then.
I don't know. I don't know the details of anybody. I don't
know
know why
what?
people do what they do. Oh yeah, that was.
Palate
Oops.
cleanser.
Oopsie. Comic mayhem sound effect seem to fit there.
Anywho, so can I just make a statement?
I wish
before
you
we
would.
Get,
Please. Let
and
me
by
get
the
a
way,
pen
we've
and
got
paper.
we've got a great Who the F is it today.
Excellent.
So that'll be coming up later in the show, and it should be big fun. I have to say this, and I didn't want to say Costco, but it is Costco.
It's a
because
box
I feel
store.
like I steal Rob's thunder when I talk about going to the box
very
store.
popular.
No,
right?
it's, everyone goes there.
Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day. No, Wednesday is the day that Carl and I
What is
usually.
Prince Spaghetti?
Well, that used to be a commercial.
Oh,
Wednesday
I didn't know
is Prince
that.
Spaghetti
I never
Day.
knew that.
Yeah, Prince Spaghetti, which was a product. I don't think they even
It was-
sell it
it was
anymore.
purple,
And
right?
and the TV commercial was Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day. You know, and I think it was also Anthony Martinelli lives in the North End of Boston, and you hear his mom out the window going, "Anthony, Anthony Martinelli lives in." You can look it up on. I can look it up on YouTube.
Is he related to King Vitamin?
Probably around the same era.
Prince
Hold on,
Spaghetti
let me
and
look
King
it up.
Vitamin. That's right.
I
Let me
love
see.
King Vitamin. I mean, that's the hits right
Have
there.
breakfast with the
The
king.
Let me
king.
see.
I said
Let
that
me
with
see if I can
Shannon sometimes.
find
She
it
says,
for
"Buy
you."
me an oven."
All right, hold on. I'll see if I can find it.
Cook
for you.
breakfast with the king.
I'll see if it's on YouTube. It might be. It might not. I don't. That's old enough. Where
But everything's on YouTube,
I'm
man.
just gonna put Prince Spaghetti.
And no relation to the pop singer, the late pop singer?
No,
No,
Okay.
different. Has to be different.
it's really old. Oh my God, it's black and white. All right, I hope I don't get a commercial during it.
Okay,
what
let's see
happens.
how we do.
All right, here we go. Now a kid running down the street.
Anthony Martignetti lives in Boston, on Prince Street, in the Italian North End. The home for more than 50 years of the Prince Spaghetti Company.
There it is.
Wow.
Anthony knows a lot about local Italian customs. And he knows a lot about Prince. Because that's a local custom, too. Prince is more than just authentic. It's something that grows you. With wheat germ energy other pastas leave out. Most days, Anthony takes his time going home. But not today. Today is Wednesday. And as every family in the North End of Boston will tell you, Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day.
There it is.
Well, you want to talk about the effectiveness
Thank you,
of
YouTube.
advertising?
Damn.
That has got to be 50 years old
And
if it's a day, and
it's-
you remembered it. It was in your brain.
It's specific to
Yeah.
the region, too.
yeah.
Wednesday
yeah.
is Prince Spaghetti Day. One
So
of the
cool.
There's a topic
one
that I
of the,
wanted to.
and one of the greatest commercials ever made, in my humble opinion. One of the best commercials ever made. Great announcer. Back when they had real announcers that
It might
just had
be-
those great baritone voices.
if I had
you
to
know.
get hard to tell because the fidelity, it might be Ken Nordine, the same guy that did Taster's Choice.
No, it's
Maybe it was that
it's-
you recognize the voice.
Yeah,
It
of
was
course.
Oh no,
fantastic.
that's the guy who talked about the kids in the field or like the growing green beans in the field.
No,
or
that's
something.
Orson Welles. That's a
That's
different
Orson.
guy.
It's Orson Welles.
It's
Again,
not
I kid
Orson.
you not. Listen to it again.
It is
That
not
could be
Orson
Orson.
Welles.
It is.
I would. You and Mike. You and I would both pick up on that.
I
if
am
it was.
telling you. Listen to
Boy,
it
oh
again.
boy.
All right,
This
go
guy
ahead,
did
go
a
ahead.
regional. He
All
probably
right,
did
hold
it for
on.
New
That's
York.
interesting. That's
Not
interesting.
That's
him,
not
him,
Orson
him.
Welles.
Nice. Now a child running through like a market area.
Anthony Martignetti lives in Boston, on Prince Street.
No way.
It is.
No,
it's not.
It is.
No.
No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not.
But Mike, one
don't
thing
know
I
who
wanted
it
to
is,
attack
but
on
now I
the
gotta prove
on the
myself
bonus show
right.
this Friday is I've been compiling some of my favorite TV ads, the most memorable ones, and I think we might do a review and survey. But that has inspired me because the fact that you remembered such detail from something that you probably haven't
And
seen
not
in
just me.
40
I'm
years.
sure anybody that's
Yes.
in my age range, because TV was brand new. No,
Spaghetti
it
was brand new.
Well, it's weird when I look
Christopher
at the
Columbus
print.
had just
Yep.
brought it over.
Wednesday's Prince Spaghetti Day.
Yeah.
So have yourself some spaghetti today. You know,
They leave the wheat germ in.
Oh, this
Right.
is sad.
What?
The
Yes.
first story, it's from 2019. It says
Anthony bought the farm.
Oh no, the little
Yeah,
kid.
I remember hearing
little
about it.
Anthony.
I don't know many. Why is this ingrained in my head? I don't know why.
50
I
years
do
ago in
not know why.
2019.
Anyone in the article quoted by the name of Paul Christine?
My God.
We miss
that's,
him so bad.
That's Boston, not New York.
That's
So,
true, but yeah,
that's
but
it.
you know, they could
He
be
made
related.
them regional. Boston, New York. It had to be the big cities that they cut these commercials for.
Well, I saw it for Boston because I was in
Yes.
Hartford.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
Makes complete sense. This is
He
wild.
died at 63. So many people die at
Man.
my age.
Man.
Yeah, that's the 1969 Prince Spaghetti commercial. So so he was my age too. So that's it. I mean, when you think of me watching that commercial, I was that age. I saw him running through the streets. Anthony Martignetti. There he is.
Mike
Not
Nor-
Martignetti. Martignetti.
No, Martinelli
That's
makes
it.
the sparkling cider.
There's another copy.
The
of
thing
it.
about
Let me see if
Anthony
this
is that he usually took his
this
time.
might be better. This one's in color. Now this is the
Anthony
same.
Martignetti lives
Now
in
it's a
Boston,
worse copy.
in
All
the
right.
Italian North End.
In the Italian North End.
Okay.
So one said in Boston, the other said in the Italian North
That's
End.
why
Regional.
I think it's Orson. Orson gets
It's not
paid
Orson
the big
Welles.
dollars to
It's
do
not Orson
regionals
Welles.
It's not
under
Orson
one
Welles.
big check.
No.
Yeah, but it's such a great. And by the way, Prince, the company had not only the pasta, but I think it had jarred sauce.
Yeah,
too.
I imagine they probably
big-
did.
This is
Big
how we know that
jar of sauce.
there's little to none, zero research for the announcer. There's a wonderful article from WBUR, an NPR affiliate, that says unidentified voice actor for the gentleman that's
Really?
actually moving forward the commercial. That's
And
narrated.
that sucks because that's a well-known announcer
Yes.
that's doing that, I think.
Man.
But I'm not sure.
I think I might have a little bit of Ken Nordine to compare it to if it's the right guy, because he did a thing called word jazz, and it was him.
Nice to meet you, King Vitamin.
I'm sorry. What was that? What? All these, you know what? All the like commercials I watched as a kid now are sounding like this.
Nice to meet you, King Vitamin.
But the guy that would do Taster's Choice also did
Yeah.
this, and he did a thing called word jazz. So. But this is his voice having more fun.
Take all the colors under the sun. Only one color I think much fun, and that's orange. Orange, I said. The
Where's
silly
my
old
pack
color
of
who's
Marlboros?
next door.
I bet he drank a lot of Taster's
Oh,
Choice.
absolutely. All those guys were.
Yeah, and
I mean,
smoked
that's
a lot.
amazing.
Yeah. Prince cigarettes.
That was the worst copy of King Vitamin. I'm trying to see what's happening with here.
Don't let Oscar play it. Please don't let Oscar play it.
I'll find it.
Oh, no.
Now
You'll
kill
find
it.
it? Oh, my
Now
God.
kill it.
Oh, but you know what? This
What?
isn't a King Vitamin commercial.
What is it?
This is Rod TV talking about his favorite commercials.
Who's Rod?
So there's some ding that just gets on there and wants to talk about
I
his
hate Rod.
fabulous,
The only Rod I
commercials
like is
there.
the one that says it's a brand new car.
All right, these are teasers for King Vitamin.
Oh,
Let's
I
see.
got it.
Oh,
no.
no.
Yeah, I think this might be it. No? What do you got?
When
God,
spots
this is
were run
old.
off 16mm film,
Right, it's film.
Yeah,
I'm
it
waiting
is
for the
film.
film to catch up.
you can go 5, 4.
Oh my God!
Beep.
8, 7.
Oh, my God, it's an
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Meet the not-so-bright knight. As you can see, he's not so bright. Meet Sir Laugh-It-Up. Tickle his feet and he'll follow you anywhere. Meet me, the king. Those other two ninnies keep getting me in trouble.
All right, I don't know.
You know what that is? That's,
I don't know
I
what
think
the
you
F
landed
that
on
was.
a listener Mike Pollock's demo reel.
King Vitamin.
There's a gentleman named Stan Fredberg.
Freeberg!
Freeberg.
Oh, Fredberg. No.
Excuse me, Freeberg.
Stan Freeberg's a genius.
He is?
Yes.
He also was involved with the Prince spaghetti family as he announced Prince in concert, but apparently it was the pasta, not Prince.
Of course.
In
Of course.
1985, he ran that campaign.
Okay. Stan Freeberg, you will remember this. One of the last campaigns Stan Freeberg did. Do you remember the guy that was being sold? I think it was Encyclopedia Britannica, and it was a kid in a denim jacket,
Yes.
long blonde hair.
Yeah, door to door.
Yeah, the guy that did his interview off camera was Stan Freeberg, and that's his son Donovan Freeberg
Oh.
that's in the spot.
Wow.
But he was a great. He also did voices for Warner Brothers
There's
cartoons.
his IMDb is massive.
But he was not allowed to be credited because Mel Blanc's contract said he was the only one allowed to be credited. Yeah.
Well, all this was when I started to. We digress so totally,
Sorry about
which was
that.
beautiful. Beautiful thing about this show.
Wednesday.
I do believe Costco, and it's not the grocery store because I could lie and say it was the. No, it's Costco because it's big, it's cavernous,
Right.
It's in a huge box store. And the problem I have, I believe that a trip to Costco for me is a laxative. Because
Really?
I get the urge more times in Costco than anywhere else. And by the way, I with my regularity, I could go 4 days. You know what I mean? But get me into the far end of Costco where the paper towels are, and urgency will ensue. And that's what happened again today. And Carla and I were separate because I lost my wallet. Remember when I lost my wallet? So I had to get a new card today.
How was
and
your
the
picture?
guy said, he said, take the picture, and then they came back. They make me take the picture. Then I come around the counter of the Costco, and the guy says, we're having some glitches with our machine. It's probably not going to print your picture.
Well, that's
In fact, I'm pretty sure it's
BS.
nice. So I'm really glad that I had the picture taken so you can tell me it's not going to print the picture.
You know what I
so
would've
my
told him?
Costco card now is without a picture.
I would have told him. I said, "Hey, listen, pal, glitches get stitches."
Didn't have the quickness
Mike,
of wit to
it's
do
psychological. You're so excited at Costco.
It is an
that
excitement
It creates
thing.
the urge.
Yeah,
that.
I remember having to
maybe-
pee at a
maybe
toy
you're right.
store when I was little. Whenever I went to a
Yeah,
toy store, I'd have
when
to
I
pee.
go, I don't feel that urge when I go there to a grocery store because nothing there excites me. It's more
Right.
toil. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
geez, I got to deal with this now.
Yeah, this is true. And even when it's the same stuff, and I don't go as often as I used to, but I
Yeah.
mean, it really does. And I'm
It's a
sure for
trigger.
Rob, it's a regular grocery store because he goes every day.
yeah, I'm fine
So-
there. But at a toy store, I still release.
Complete and total
release. And they're saying,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't want Legos that bad. I'm staying out of that aisle.
Yeah. And probably about, I would say, 70-30, 30% masked, myself included. 70% not.
70% not.
Down here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter that we're still a prime transmissibility area.
Do you
we're
want,
down there,
Rob,
so
I'll
it
give
was
this to you.
interesting.
You can read that. Is that too small for you?
I can read it.
Do you want some more information about Prince Spaghetti? I'm blown away. This is like a deep
Prince
dive.
Spaghetti, yeah. Well, probably not a product anymore that's available. Or maybe it is. I don't
Mike,
know.
this is from New England Today, the living section.
Yes.
Do you remember Wednesday as Prince Spaghetti Day? The now iconic 1969 Prince Spaghetti commercial went like this. A woman leans out of her window in Boston's North End apartment and calls for her son, Anthony, to come home for dinner. As Anthony races through the streets of the famous Italian neighborhood, his family prepares their weekly Prince Spaghetti dinner. Most days, Anthony takes his time going home, the narrator says, but not today. Today is Wednesday, and as every family in the North End of Boston will tell you, Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day. Grinning and out of breath, Anthony finally arrives home just in time for a bowl of spaghetti. The ad ran for 13 years.
13.
There you go.
It's
That's why I
iconic in
remember
New
it.
England, not only for
That's
its
it.
nostalgic depiction of the 1960s family life in the North End, it's now mostly populated with young single professionals, but also for its catchphrase, Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day. This is
Wednesday's
a
Prince Spaghetti Day.
relatively modern-looking publicity shot for Prince Spaghetti. I would say they might...
New World Pasta now owns Prince Spaghetti.
Oh,
it's
so
no
it's-
longer.
So it's a name.
Yes, it's a brand. It's been acquired. It just
Like Chock
blows
full of
my
nuts
mind.
coffee is, I think, owned
Blows
by other
my
people.
mind.
Now, yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I remember it to this day, which I think is kind of special. But it doesn't change the fact that when I'm in the middle of Costco, and Carla and I were separated while I was getting my card done.
Yeah.
And then when I see her, that's when walking up the aisle, that's when it hit. And I said, do we have much to get? I got to get going. She said, why? I said, oh, God. Again.
Oh,
and
no.
Have you not ever
and at
used
that-
the big
Yeah,
potty?
I don't use
Costco,
public-
They're clean there.
They're
No,
very
that's my
nice at
thing.
Costco. Very nice
That's
at Costco.
that's my thing. No, I'm not dropping a dump in there. No, I don't do that in public restrooms unless they're really researched and really special, like the Lord and Taylor's in Fair Oaks Mall.
Nordstrom.
Back
Didn't
in
you like
Fairfax,
didn't you
where
like
they're-
Nordstrom as well? I thought you liked Nordstrom too.
Not in a pinch.
A fine
Get
so
hotel,
to speak.
a fine hotel will do as well.
The lobby of a fine
will
hotel.
do.
Yeah.
The lobby of a fine hotel. No, but the Nordstrom's was very, very limited in its traffic, and it was hidden, so you had to kind of know where it was,
Right.
and it was easily accessible from the parking lot. So I would, coming and going quite often. That would be where I'd visit, and then and just feel a real
I forgot
sense
the
of invasion of privacy when somebody would come in.
I
Because
forgot
it was
the detail
So rare.
that it was close to the parking lot because you were on your way or coming home from work.
It's right there.
You needed to stop right there.
There was always some slacker hump employee that would come into the can in the middle of like 2 o'clock, when just break time when he should be on the floor helping customers. That's why you can't never check out in a grocery. You can't never. That's
never
why
do
you
it.
can't. That's why you can't never check out in a department store.
That's right.
Hardest thing to do in the world because you got Skippy that's down the hallway doing that, and I would always feel there were 3 or 4 stalls in there, and that's another thing. It was completely overserved. There was no need for that. You could have almost.
Well,
you'd
Mike,
probably get away with 1 in there. You
Lord
really
and Taylor is well known for their clientele enjoying rich food.
No, it was just private, super clean.
Yeah.
And it didn't bother me. So when someone would come in, I would do the Napoleon.
Yeah.
I hate that.
When did
I
you
hate that when
graduate to using-
I'm hinky about public facilities. I like to go in my own world and take my time and all that.
When
That's
did
it.
you graduate to? It got to be fairly regular at WJFK when you would grit your newspaper and make the cross of the lobby.
That was painful for me too. That was only.
But you owned it. You did own it.
Yeah, I own that. I went in there, but I hated it, especially after the junkies started working in the
That
mall.
and that even in its best day, that was a horrible bathroom.
That's the first
They
time
owned
I
it.
ever
They,
saw
they,
you.
They took it over. They did because they were 4, and they took it over.
You walking to the commode with the newspaper was the first time I ever laid eyes on you in the flesh. I was in the lobby waiting to meet with Michael Hughes. Or no, Cameron Gray at the time. Sorry, Cameron Gray.
Both great.
And I remember Colette
I
was
didn't
like,
make a secret that I was taking
Colette
a dump.
was like, you stay
Hi,
here.
everybody. I'm going to take a shit.
It goes.
Thank you very much.
Actually,
Yes.
Oscar, it goes back to the days of Miss Terry if this was the USA Today, it would be folded, and he'd walk through the lobby and he'd like, "How you doing, Terry?"
Yeah, I'd wave it.
Similar to Colette.
Yeah.
You looked at me, looked away, looked at Colette, and waved. He goes, "How you doing?" and walked right out. And I said, "That's Mike O'Mara."
Yeah.
And she said, "I know, honey. I know who he is."
What were you doing in there?
We had just flipped formats at WHFS, so this is 2005, and we were there to figure out how we were going to make Big O and Duke's a talk show instead of a rock show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're meeting with CK.
No, I was meeting with Cameron Gray at the time.
Cameron Gray, that's a long time ago. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, but anyway.
Was that about the time of Free FM?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. Free FM came later.
Okay. All right. Just trying to put the timeline.
That was the beginning, before the purge.
2000. It was 2005 when that happened.
Okay. It was a scary day. One day when we walked in, we all walked in. We saw that all upper management was wearing masks, like clown masks. You know. And then later in the day, I would say, "Why are you doing this?" Because you're good at your job. Anyway, that's my version of it, And
isn't that when we found out that Michael Hughes and Cameron Gray and Chris Kynard were all the same person?
Yeah, very, very scary. Super scary.
Horrifying, really.
No, we don't have enough time.
What?
I forgot to put it on my show prep because I did watch a movie last night. I watched the new Jason Momoa.
I watched it.
The movie where
is it Sense and Sensibilities?
It was.
Isn't it Sweet
really.
Girl?
Is it Sweet Girl?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think it's called Sweet Girl.
Where he gets revenge.
Yes.
On
but
the
there's a
people
twist.
The cancer survivor.
You love a revenge.
I didn't
film.
realize. I knew he was extremely popular and like doing movies with your wrestling buddy. What's his name?
My wrestling buddy.
Yeah, the Batista.
Oh, yeah,
Batista,
yes,
Dave
yes,
Batista.
yes.
I didn't realize Jason Momoa was such a horrible actor. Like Steven Seagal bad.
Really that bad?
Yeah. Well, it's just not good.
He's got enough movies under his belt.
Good enough for Netflix.
Good enough for Netflix, but wasted my time.
Yeah, Pony's
like 90
good
minutes
enough
I'll
for
never
Netflix.
get back.
Yeah.
That's all. I'd go on about it if I had time.
Pittsburgh is never a great back. And look, as a guy who's been to Pittsburgh enough times to love the city, it's not a good backdrop for movies.
Well, what's not a good backdrop is production values where they're just like, I have the car back out of an unknown garage. Don't explain it. That's it.
I want to blame. Look, I know people are going to be like, Oscar Rube, Batman was filmed in Pittsburgh as a backdrop, Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I get that.
All the great Pittsburgh movies.
We can go a little over here.
These are the outskirts of Pittsburgh, which is just anywhere.
You know what they are? The Pittsburbs.
I always like to see.
Anything.
This is, by the way, Sweet Girl is a Jason Momoa vehicle that's on Netflix right now. There it is.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should have checked that out before I looked at it. Rotten Tomatoes, 18%.
Oh, that's not even a passing grade.
Oh my God! Because these guys write it better than I do. The plot is willfully dumb. The message pernicious. Momoa walks through it. His emotions running the gamut from A to, just A. I was maybe 3/4 of the way through, was on my computer.
Yeah.
Don't even know what happened. Then I looked up and he turns into she or something like that. It was
Spoiler alert!
What?
Oh, it was horrible. It was
There goes
the
your
worst.
Saturday night, America.
Who's a pretty
terrible,
girl?
Terrible. Do not, Sweet Girl,
You can
avoid
pass.
it like the plague. So thank you very much. There. We covered a lot of ground there, including bowel movements, Jason Momoa films, and Anthony Martignetti, who lives in the north end of
Prince
Boston.
Spaghetti, Wednesday.
And somebody sanitized it and made it Boston because they didn't want to get ethnic. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Ooh, mess. We'll take a break, come back with the homepage right after this, everybody.
Robert Wood.
No, not quite.
I'm Robert Wood. I've got an amazingly large mouth.
Large mouth aside, that's still
all right,
not
let's
quite
stop
it.
for a second. All right, Robert? Robert, you're a funny guy. All right?
But Robert, when your microphone sounds like that, it's hard to put you on promos.
So, I don't know, Rob. You heard it. I didn't.
No, I think it's good.
Really? Yeah, I know you think it's good. Your standards are not my standards. it doesn't sound good when his microphone is all the way over there. We go two ways with this. We could tough love it, or it sounds like it's a funny concept. Is this a concept from the Twitch? And,
no, this is
no,
a Robert
not,
Wood. This is a Robert Wood concept. I loved the concept. That's what I.
You love the concept.
You gave it the green light. You're giving it the green light now.
Yes, I stand by it.
All right, let's start at the beginning.
All right, Robert Wood.
Here we go.
Robert Wood.
No, not quite.
I'm Robert Wood. I've got an amazingly large mouth.
Large mouth aside, that's still not quite it.
That poor man. All he does is make
He's
promos
wonderful.
for
I
us.
love the man. I'm making fun because I love. I kid because I love.
And I love you guys too, but let's face it, there's only one Robert Wood. And there's only one TMOS bonus show. Subscribe today. You'll be glad you did.
Not so bad. A little more fidelity is what we're looking for.
But I love the concept.
The concept. What was the concept?
So that we were imitating
I know.
Robert
I get
Wood.
the believe me, I understand that.
Okay.
Concept.
All right.
That's fine. That was good.
right.
I like listening to it once. Have you noticed the large increase of mortgage advertising in the recent weeks? Lower interest rates tend to drive up the number of mortgage companies vying for your attention. It's more important now than ever to work with a team you can trust. And I trust my friend Mark Livingstone and his team at Cornerstone First Financial. Cornerstone First is a direct lender, which means they have their own money. They can guarantee to meet or beat any competitor. Just ask Mike, Rob, or Oscar. That happens to be the three of us.
Yes.
I asked my son. I said, would you use this company? And he said, Robert Wood.
Robert Wood. You're in the middle of a refi right now.
As a matter of fact, Oscar
Yeah.
helped me with some details today. Our financing will go through real signed papers this week.
Certified.
What kind of details is he?
He
you
had to
letting him get his hands on your finances?
No,
I've
he had
never
to.
done that.
He had to certify that I was employed and active.
Oh, real? Okay.
The man
All right,
breathes.
That's good. He's been helping everybody. He's helping Carla. He's helping you.
Santa's
The
a little
man's
helper.
just. It's nonstop. Anyway, Cornerstone's fantastic. We all love them. You're going to love them as well. The Delta variant, the crisis in Afghanistan, mixed economic signals, all these things have made the rates come down again to the historic lows. So whether you're taking cash out with a refinance or purchasing a brand new home, which a lot of people want to do during this difficult time, if you can do it, call now. Other companies may entice you with their low rates, but they won't disclose the higher closing costs or even charging you points. That's the old bait and switch. Call now and see what Cornerstone can do for you. No gimmicks, just benefits, savings, and solutions. Cornerstone First Financial, 202-625-1221. That's 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com. Do it now. And really, thank you to all the people. Mark Livingstone and company, we love you guys, and thanks for supporting our show.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
All right, I am playing into the shill that is Jackass right now. I am shilling for their film. I don't care. This was so fascinating to me. Whether it's made up, I don't care. They get credit for putting this out because it's so unique. Being a member of Jackass, and I think it's Jackass Forever. That's going to be the new film that's coming out.
Right.
The new vehicle.
Being a member, and I've always been on the peripheral of Jackass. All right, I'll look in.
Really?
I can't look away when I get wrapped up in it because it's just. It's so childish, and they own it.
I'll
they
say
own that
this,
particular.
I seldom
corner of the
watch
world.
it sober, but when I do, I enjoy it.
It's fun.
So being a member of Jackass comes with some serious medical bills. As I said, I don't know if this is a publicity shill or not, but since their debut in 2000, the estimated total cost of injuries of the main cast is a little over $24 million.
Wow.
But it's closer to $38 million if you include all of the crew and lesser cast members. Nova Legal Funding compiled an injury-rich list of the main cast. And here's how much they've racked up in medical bills. Preston Lacey, $75,000.
That's almost nothing.
The little guy, Jason Weeman Acuna?
Yeah.
Or Acuna? $675,000.
Wow.
Dave England. Can somebody help me with this guy? Does
if
anybody
you saw
know?
him, you know him. Mike.
He used to
Yeah,
be
probably.
He used to be on Light 104. I'm Dave England.
Dave England. $1,650,000. Steve-O.
Now this guy is a piece of work.
Steve-O, $5,820,000 in
it.
injury medical expenses. Aaron McGahee, $7,380,000, and Johnny Knoxville comes in at $8,663,000. The most costly injuries were Aaron's 3-time broken neck for a total of $2.7 million, Johnny's brain hemorrhage for $2.5 million, and Steve-O's fractured skull for $1.75 million, which I thought was interesting.
That is, anytime they do anything with something with wheels, I'm in. I'm in.
Oh, I hurt myself. Joe Rogan returned to his podcast yesterday and suggested he might have to sue CNN for their coverage of his COVID battle after they had a medical expert suggest he was taking a crazy jumble of unproven medications. Joe said, quote, "They're making S up. They keep saying I'm taking horse dewormer. I literally got it from a doctor. It's an American company. They won the Nobel Prize in 2015 for use in human beings, and CNN is saying I'm taking horse dewormer. They must know that's a lie." As Rogan continues to go down towards the...
Is it just CNN? I saw a ton of news
I think
outlets.
a lot of people were... I think a lot of other outlets were doing it. But,
so is he saying he wasn't taking that medicine, or he is?
You'd have to ask his friend Alex Jones. I don't know. I have no idea what the thing... Of course, it's the industrial complex here. That's what's happening.
Hey, Alex, your father, the dentist, did he ever prescribe ivermectin?
So they threw the kitchen sink at it, but this is the same guy that said it's not a big deal.
Right.
So maybe he did think it was a big deal when he was in the hospital. Monica Lewinsky has come a long way since...
Yes.
One thing she's never received after all these years is an apology from Bill Clinton, but that's okay, she says. On the Today Show yesterday, she was interviewed by Savannah Guthrie. Oh, my God, I missed that.
Wow.
I wish I'd seen
watched
that. That would have
clips.
been great.
Yeah.
Savannah asked her if she would want one, an apology. And she said, quote, "There was a long period before my life changed in the last 6 or 7 years where I felt a lot in terms of there not being this resolution. I'm very grateful that I don't have that feeling anymore. I don't need it. He should want to apologize in the same way I want to apologize any chance I get to people my actions have hurt." All right.
You know who should apologize is Savannah Guthrie.
Just for the Today Show.
Yeah,
and the
just
way
for
it is
doing
now.
the way she does. Yeah.
The interview was compelling, not because because of the subject matter. And I thought that answer you just gave, Mike, the way that she frankly answered it was not. It was something that was mature, and you didn't think about the toll and the tax that comes with them.
True.
I got you. However, when you are a producer for a show called Impeachment, American Crime Story, and you're revisiting all of this, it's just interesting to me. She, look, I don't. He was in a position of power, and I get it, and everybody knows what he did.
Right.
Was that? But you're. She is one of the producers on Impeachment, American Crime Story.
Make no mistake.
She's
the
certainly
entire thing.
making, a living off of it.
Hey, while the sunshine. The other compelling part of the interview, Mike, and I DVR'd it, is that while they were doing it, Matt Lauer was knocking on the window asking to come in.
I want to apologize.
I'm sorry too. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, he did the interview on the other side of the glass. That's anyway. All right, Rob. I know you do. You sleep in the buff, don't you?
I do.
Okay. A doctor on TikTok named Tony
Internet.
Young.
Bitcoin.
Thank you.
What did I?
We got all three.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tony Youn, Y-O-U-N, would like you to know that sleeping in the buff is disgusting. And he says no one in their right mind should be sleeping next to you. He says no one should sleep naked because of all the gas we pass in our sleep, which usually contains a small amount of fecal matter. He says the average person breaks wind 15 to 25 times a day, and some of those biscuits happen in our sleep. So you end up lightly soiling your sheets each night, and it adds up. But clothing basically catches 100% of those particles. So as long as you're wearing underwear, your sheets should stay relatively clean.
What if they're rubber sheets?
You still have them?
Of course. Saves time in the long run, really.
That's good. But that's right. You wear, but your rubber, it's like you don't have a regular sheet over it. You just have the rubber. You sleep on the rubber, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's where
Well, Mike, there's a fitted rubber sheet, and then a fitted top sheet that's also made of rubber, and then a blanket that's made of leather, and then a suede comforter. I sweat a lot.
That's his bed. And it keeps the room at 53
and Mike,
degrees.
It's a hospital bed.
We forgot about that. Hey, it'd been a while since you did that one.
That's a good one.
A company called Skill Point has released its first job score report, which showcases careers requiring. Let me try that again.
How's that?
All right, a lot of words there. So I'm a pro. Normally, I get right through it, but when I rush. Here's the thing for young broadcasters. When you rush, you screw up. When Daddy has a very fat homepage, he tends to race through his copy, and that causes problems.
The only time to rush is when you're on the EIB network. Then it's okay to rush.
A company called Skill Point has released its... And then I get all ready to pause, and right at the last second, he jumps in on his rubber sheet hospital bed. A company called Skill Point has released its first job score report, which showcases careers requiring 2 years of training or less. Then they rank them based on current salaries, available job openings, future growth, and interest among job seekers. Jobs in construction, technology, healthcare, and public service dominate the top 25. Here we go. You want to go from 25 to the top?
Yes.
All right. 25, lab technician. 24, HVAC technician. 23, machinist. Then dental hygienist, welder, information security analyst, social services assistant, paralegal, training and development specialist, heavy equipment operator, network administrator, industry machinery mechanic, medical assistant, teacher assistant, auto mechanic, certified nursing assistant, nurse, IT support specialist, plumber, carpenter, truck driver, police officer, electrician, systems analyst, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the number one, the numero uno for people that do not have college degrees.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Software developer.
Nice.
You know what? A lot of those seem like they would require some sort of apprenticeship, though. They say 2 years or less of training.
Or a certificate.
Yeah, I mean, like a plumber. I mean, plumber is great money. TikTok.
Internet.
Bitcoin.
But it seems to me that 2 years would be a good entree to get in, but you're not going to be really fully functioning until you've been in the business a while.
Yeah, boss, it depends on how hard you work and what work you're willing to put into.
But that's true. But I'm thinking that like something like a plumber or an electrician, there are a lot of variants that you need to know about.
Right.
Yeah, you need certificates.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And a software developer, look, if you can code at a very young age, you're going to be plucked out and recruited by some software company. They're not going to even care.
That's right. You can be crazy and live in Florida, and you can still do it.
I'd love to do a show sometime on coding, or a segment on coding, so I could find out more about it.
Medical
I really know
or
very coding for software.
I thought you meant like breadcrumbs.
Oh, shut up. Thank you very much. And now a little something. On Sunday morning, cops near Tampa, Florida, were in the middle of a standoff with an armed teenager on a rooftop. During the standoff, a 28-year-old woman named Jessica Smith drove right through the middle of everything in a golf cart, completely naked.
Oh, Jessica.
And it was just a coincidence. She had nothing to do with the standoff, and she had no reason to be there. The cops initially tried to shoo her away so they could focus on the armed standoff with the guy with the gun. But she refused and continued to joyride around the area.
Joy.
She was eventually arrested and charged with resisting an officer, and not surprisingly, she was drunk.
Wow.
As for the standoff, 18-year-old Miles Abbott. So the two people you have here, you have Jessica Smith and Miles Abbott.
Sure.
He was arrested after 6 hours, which included him firing the gun. He didn't hit anyone else, but he did shoot himself in the right thigh. It's unclear if he was aware of the naked woman, or if the naked woman was aware of him, or if either of them were aware that they both live in a state that's an overnight drop box for the batshit crazy people. Thank you. God, it's pouring in lately. I don't know what happened. It's every day, and it's getting closer. We got to take a break. When we come back, you know it, you love it, you've asked for it.
Yes.
Who the F is it?
Yay!
Right here
Yes.
on the Mike O'Mara Show. You're going to love this one. It's easy. We'll be right back, everybody.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Bored with burgers?
Tired of tacos?
Sick of spaghetti? Well, there's a new neighborhood restaurant that has something for every member of the family.
It's Michael William O'Mara's butt cheeks.
God damn it, Twitch.
It's Michael William O'Mara's butt cheeks restaurant. Can't do it.
It's Michael William O'Mara's Butt Cheeks Restaurant.
Yes, butt cheeks. It's what's for dinner.
Try our posterior pork chops, rustic rump steak, and delicious derriere desserts.
For reservations to Michael William O'Mara's Butt Cheeks Restaurant, submit your letter to the TMOS mailbag.
Just email Rob at MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's Rob with 2 B's.
We'll see you at Butt Cheeks.
Goodbye, foodie.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Yeah, boys. Thank you. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Brought to you by Public.com. The stock market is made for public trading, so it should be more accessible for everyone. That's why Oscar and Rob joined Public.com, the investing social network where you can buy stocks for any amount of money and share ideas with a wonderfully diverse community of investors. On Public.com, you can invest with any amount of money, and I think you guys are having a pretty good time doing this.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about a little company called Apple. Just kidding.
No, he's just being silly. What you need to know about this company, Mike,
You got me with that.
You don't need to buy a full share. You can buy slices of shares, so you're not you're not like sort of head out. You're not held from buying the big companies. And what I love is it's got an element of social media where you can share tips or get tips from people.
Very cool.
So people that are smarter than you, I'm up. I love it. I think it's fun.
Invest in companies you believe in. Share your insights on why you like a stock. Build your portfolio with confidence. Oscar and Rob do love it. When you invest with Public.com, you're never investing alone. It's easy to collaborate and build your confidence as an investor. It's fun, exciting, and interactive. Public.com curates stocks with themes so you can navigate the market the way you see the world. Break free of financial institutions that want you to spend more money and profit from your information. Go to Public.com. Use code TMOS when you download the app to let Public.com know you're coming from the Mike O'Mara's Show, and you'll get up to $50 in free stock to get you started in growing your portfolio. I think it's fantastic.
It's so
I think
cool.
it's great
It's so
that everybody
cool.
does this. Valid for U.S. residents 18 plus, subject to account approval. See Public.com/disclosures, not investment advice. And we want to thank Public.com for advertising on the Mike O'Mara Show. And now, everybody, that's right. It's time for America's favorite Mike O'Mara Show game show. We like to call it Who the F Is It? Who's it gonna be today? He's gonna be on and gone. I don't know. Not sure I got confidence in this one.
He's going to win the Power
But
Porsche.
I did it.
That's right.
Last minute. Anyway, it's time for a...
And if you win, Oscar, you get to go on the power train to nowhere.
Oh, I can't
Mike,
wait.
can you turn that off, please? Mike? Mike! Thank you. You ready to play?
Let's do this.
Yes,
let's do this.
You want to review the rules for first-time viewers, Mike?
Why don't you go ahead and review the rules?
Mike will reveal a series of clues, getting more specific, describing someone who is famous in some field of world vision. Might be an entertainer, could be an athlete. There's no limit. And we will determine the clues we will use the clues to determine who the person is. When you have a guess, you have to yell, "I've got it!"
Yes.
Now, if we get deep into the game today, I'm going to give you a little advanced knowledge of the Who the F Is It today.
Okay.
It's not necessarily going to get more specific. As a matter of fact, it might even get more general, but I believe the clues will be easier.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
If that
almost like
makes any sense
it's
to
almost
you.
like a reverse pyramid.
We'll see. Sure, we'll go with that.
All right.
As my son said to you one time on the show.
Yeah, the abandoned field. And whoever wins has to receive or gets to receive $10.
It's a stimulus
from
game.
the other guy.
Financial.
Wonderful. It's very exciting. And now, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen,
and the other
the
only other variant I have to ask.
What's that, Rob?
Is Pony playing today, or is it just the two of us?
Well, how did we do it last time?
We've played it both ways, I believe.
Just like
Do you
Pony
remember,
plays
Oscar,
in
how
his
we
personal
played it?
life. Yeah, a Pony can play. He's good.
But did we play with Pony the last time?
Not the last
Not
time.
the last
Not
time,
the
but I
last
think
time.
Pony has played.
Yeah.
Pony, do you like to play the game?
I'm terrible at it, but I'll give it a shot.
Never mind. Don't play with him.
All right, very good.
Moving
What's that? What are we moving on, or are we
Without
gonna have
him.
Pony
Yeah,
play?
you know what, Pony?
I don't like
you
his
blew
comment.
it. You blew it.
All right, that's quite enough setup. Jesus Christ, I aged during that setup. Let's play.
Doesn't show.
Let's play Who the F Is It?
Please.
Thank you.
Ready.
Thank you. You don't need to look over at him like, hey,
Ready.
I'm so clever. All right. When you do that, doesn't show. And you look over at Oscar like for approval.
Yeah.
Like he's going to pat you on the head
You know
like
what?
a
I gave him
golden
nothing.
doodle.
He looks.
You hump.
He looks at me too.
Stone-faced.
He looks at me too.
All right.
I don't.
All right.
I hate looking at you.
Can we start,
Yes.
please?
I wish.
This individual was born in Atlanta.
Atlanta. That's in Georgia.
I've got it.
This might be an all-time great winning moment here.
All right.
Go ahead, Oscar.
Ludicrous.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Okay.
Isn't his real name Curtis Smith? What's his real name?
That's Curtis Jackson.
Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
Time for clue number 2.
Ludicrous.
50 cents.
This might get it for certain members of the group. At 10 years old, this individual moved to China.
Ooh, wow.
I've got it. Ted Turner.
That is not correct, Rob, but nice
Great
guess.
guess.
Thank you.
That was a wonderful guess. Why? I don't know why you're laughing. It was a legitimate
Yes.
guess,
Well, the Atlanta part
CNN founded in Atlanta. He could have been a worldly man.
He comes back. He says, in China, all the TV shows started 5 minutes after the hour.
This individual received a scholarship to the American Academy of Art in Chicago.
Ooh, man. This is
So,
brutal.
Oscar, this is someone who was born in Atlanta, moved to China,
Via China.
and then received a scholarship to the American Academy of Art.
It's tough because everything is imported
Any
from
guesses?
China. No guesses.
No.
No guesses.
I'm terribly sorry. Let's move on to clue number
Import,
4.
Export.
Yes, Art Vandelay.
Or export.
It's a man! It's a man!
Thank you.
He was married in Italy.
Ooh.
Married in Italy.
Oh, Jesus. I've got it. George Clooney.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
I will say this.
Which means I get to hit it twice.
The thought crossed my mind as well because of Lake
Okay.
Como.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's move on, shall we?
Please.
Nice guess, though. Very, very good.
It's a man.
All right. Now we get into the interesting clues.
All right.
He was hospitalized in 2016 for, among other things, extreme dehydration.
Extreme dehydration.
2016. It was a hot year.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
Extreme dehydration.
Extreme dehydration.
I got nothing. Big drinker, maybe.
I bet it's a golfer. But who? But who?
Or a woodsman.
No, it wouldn't be a woodsman.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. No guess this time.
More guesses, please. And more clues. Blues clues. Mike's clues.
All right, are we ready?
Yes, ready.
All right, here we go, guys. His early inspirations included Phil Collins and Madonna.
I've got it.
Damn it.
Oscar?
Bruno Mars.
That is incorrect.
No,
I'm
he was
sorry.
in Hawaii. He was a Hawaiian kid.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Born in Hawaii. All right, very good. Ready to move on to the next question?
Please.
This individual said he wants to open an auto factory to make flying cars.
Flying cars. Flying
Holy
cars.
I should have this by now.
You should. And
I've got it. I'm an idiot. I should have known forever. People are yelling into the radio.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kanye West.
Kanye West!
Yes!
The flying car. I was
That's what got
surprised
me.
it got
The
as
flying
far
cars got
as
me.
it did. That's right. His early musical inspirations, Phil Collins, Madonna, said he wants to open a factory, recently divorced. My general question or clue at the end was going to be, he is controversial.
Sorry it took so long.
And then
Very
my
well
last one
written.
was going to be, he is famous.
Very-
That's it.
Zoolander's pissed right now.
Yeah, Mike, you did a great stacking on the questions. I love those. The art
That's
thing was
okay. That's good. I'm glad. I thought
Great.
Oscar would have picked up on that
Fantastic.
right away.
They killed it.
So it was the flying cars
Yes.
that kind of got
I
you
said,
thinking about that?
My process was someone that's famous gets married in Italy. They have to be wealthy. And then what wackadoo that's an artist
Wackadoo.
wants to not just take over, the clothing game, but also some sort of technology play.
And you know what? The dehydration should have clued me in, because I do remember that incident now where he blamed his screwy behavior on dehydration.
And it was a hot year.
It was.
And it was kind of like psychosis and things like that as well. So Kanye West,
that
there
was
you go.
Fun.
It was hard.
That was
Love
fun.
that game. Love
the
that
bigger
game.
the celebrity, the harder it is to write that.
Yes.
And, stay tuned. We'll do another Who the F Is It, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a break. And when we come back, the top 5 things never to say to a flight attendant. I haven't done a lot of flying, a little bit, but we'll do that when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Tales of aviation history with TMOS P1 listener Captain Joel Rogers.
Well, folks, from the flight deck, this is Captain Joel Rogers. On behalf of all 61 members of your Frankfurt-based flight crew, it's been a pleasure having the 36 of you on board our transatlantic flight today. We've begun our initial descent into the New York area where the weather is scattered clouds and isolated thunderstorms. As a reminder, instead of duty-free shopping on your arrival, why not visit the Mike O'Mara Show shopping center for all your in-flight needs? Target and Walmart have everything for your comfort and onboard snacking. Visit MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the banner to place an order. Because of the headwinds extending our flight time to 77 hours, the local time is 7:25 p.m. on May 6th, 1937. Let me be the first to welcome you to Manchester Township, New Jersey. We know you have a choice in rigid airship travel, and we thank you for flying the Hindenburg.
Oh, humanity. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I like it when it gets, right? No, too soon. Every year, U.S. businesses waste over $400 billion. That's $400 billion.
With a B.
Because bad writing causes confusion, misses the mark, or it just takes too long to get to the point. Better writing helps businesses win and impress customers, enhance brand perception, improve internal communication, and strengthen relationships with critical partners. I was thinking about this when I was reading a couple of things online. There's so many news services out there, so many different places where you can get a little blurb. And Rob, I know you'll agree with me, the writing on some of these is just
horrendous.
So difficult to even negotiate through. This is wonderful. This can really help you, and it can help you going beyond spelling and grammar correction. WordTune is the only AI-powered writing tool that understands meaning and offers suggestions that help anyone achieve clear and compelling writing. It is the ultimate writing tool to elevate your entire team's writing and do it instantly. When can your team use WordTune? WordTune improves performance on any project. Everything from internal emails to press releases, sales outreach to customer service support, and so much more. You can use WordTune anywhere you're writing online, including Google Docs, Slack, Outlook Web, and WhatsApp. Are you looking to elevate your entire team's writing? You can try WordTune for free at wordtune.com/TMOS. Our listeners can get a discount for their team today at wordtune.com/TMOS. WordTune improves writing efficiency up to 4 times better. Faster writing means better business. So start writing with WordTune at wordtune.com/TMOS. Love that advertiser. Glad to have them with us on the Mike O'Mara Show. Okay, so Oscar came in with this little nugget today, and the other day was the guy that was growling. Did we ever get that audio of the guy that was growling in the seat?
Yes, we actually do have it. I mean, I can kill Frank Sinatra and play it.
Honey,
for
you
right
have
now.
it as well. What's with this wild? You producing in there?
No, he says it's a kind of a weird day, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I do have it right here. This is a gentleman, and I don't know this tape. So what's the setup on it?
I can give you some context.
Please.
Yeah, he was just a wigged out passenger that was giving him a hard time about having to wear a mask.
Yes, sitting in first class, yelling at the top of his lungs, and in a world full of camera phones, definitely captured on camera.
All right.
Just a dance.
He's
like a dog,
snarling at the flight. Mask off.
Ninja Man on this flight.
No,
this guy.
I don't like that. I don't
Also
like
dressed
so
like a toddler, shorts and a t-shirt.
And that's all they got, right? They didn't get him saying. I guess he was screaming Joe Biden
No,
a couple of times
there was an extended cut of that clip where he's making it political. And then at the end, like just a rabid dog that finally he's gotten some sort of calm and everything. He says, I'm sorry. I'm like he's talking to himself. It's crazy.
It's bad enough to fly anyway.
Yes.
And you don't need something like that.
Absolutely
That's
terrible.
horrible.
So for me, I saw that this weekend. And then I just saw a headline that said the things that flight attendants don't want you to hear from you, or you shouldn't ask in general, just to be polite.
I look forward to this. My sister-in-law is a flight attendant.
I was shocked by this, but can you help me get my bag up is number one. The last thing anybody wants to do.
Make them do the heavy lifting?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you do, Mike, when Carl, do you put her bag up or does she put the bag up?
Over the 100 years that I've been flying,
yes, I
have never, ever asked a flight attendant to assist me with a bag in the overhead, and I have probably more than 10, 15 times assisted other people outside of my immediate family because when you're over 5 feet 10 and a half and you are taller and you're stronger, you help people with their bags.
Right.
So I mean, I get it. I've seen the people that have these carry-ons that are filled with Krugerrands, and they ask the flight attendant to help them up. It's a pain in the ass.
And don't you love
really
the wheeled bag that is 1/2 inch too big in every direction to fit in the overhead compartment? Yeah,
exactly.
Others.
Others, that's what it is, and then I growl at them.
Yeah,
I'm just going to give you some highlights here because there are multiples.
Okay.
One is when you ring the bell, they don't like to just pick up your trash. It should be some sort of emergency. Like you can always wait till.
That's a no-brainer.
Oh,
that is
they're
an
not
absolute
trash
no-brainer.
men or women.
That would fry me if I got that.
Next is.
But always, can I just my little peeve on this one?
Okay.
Because I'm kind of OCD when it comes to plane trash.
Yeah.
I don't like to I don't like to miss them, and it's obvious to me that anything to do with refuse that they hate it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. I thought the rule of thumb was
it.
The pass for trash is at the end of the flight. They take 2 passes.
Yeah.
I think it's 2. Sometimes it can happen in the middle of a flight if you're doing a 3.5, 4.5 hour flight.
But what Oscar's referring to is when they come by with the bag.
Yes, that's what I mean.
No, that's what I'm talking about. When they come by with the bag, they sprint by.
Yeah,
they sprint by.
Oh, you got to be ready.
You have to be ready because they will see.
Okay.
They're not okay when they come by with that bag.
Yes,
they are. Is that the flight background? That
Yeah,
we have
I've forgotten that we had this great.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. The flight attendants will be coming down the center aisle with the empty trash bags. They will not be looking at your area, and they will not be checking out what you have that's empty or not. It's not their job to monitor your own trash, you little piggies. What you want to do is you want to pick up what you've got and throw it in the trash bag. And by the way, you probably have to throw just like you're hitting a 3-pointer at an NBA game because they're going to be moving so fast. You're going to have to do that.
They start in the starting blocks like in Chariots of Fire.
Yeah, so I get that, Oscar. That's why I just wanted to say that for our team, for team passenger
Mike,
over here.
you've flown as of late. The question is, do I really have to wear my mask the whole flight?
Oh.
That's one of theirs on the list right now.
Pet peeve.
Yeah. And by the way, mask, I can speak for this state, which, as you know, is problematic. Although recent polling has shown that you might be surprised at the perceptions of people in the state of Florida, including Republicans, about mask wearing. But down where I am, in my little area, I'm seeing less and less of mask wearing right now. But I can imagine that, you know the rule, you keep it on.
I can't remember where I heard this, but I did hear it. It might have been on a podcast that the gimmick is now someone buys a bag of pretzels and slowly eats them their entire flight because you don't have to have a mask on if you're eating.
If that's the case, fine. But you're endangering
if that's the case, throw them out of the plane.
Exactly.
And the next on the list is any kind of joke about having or carrying the coronavirus.
Oh, I can imagine that, Oh, man, I tell you, I got a pretty sore throat. And they get it, right?
Of course, because we all know not to say bomb, right?
Yeah. But don't say bomb in an airport. Bomb, 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 bomb.
Bomb. Meet the parents. Oh, my God.
Can I get some water? I'm feeling a little hot right now. It's
you
not
can
COVID,
get this
I promise.
out of my kung fu grip. It's okay. I get that one, too. And that's people are stressed out.
Yes.
And they're vocalizing. That's the way it goes.
This next one, and I don't know how much time we have, maybe a couple more.
Yeah.
It fit on my last flight. This is referring to the carry-on
that doesn't fit
on a different plane with different sizing overhead compartments. And they think one plane is the same. They think that the plane that brought them there is the same plane that's taking them home.
How many of them are like on a TED airplane, like a knockoff for the United Airlines.
That's what I was going to say. They're on Allegiant, and somebody said, it fit on your last plane. You probably flew on a major carrier. Well, this is Allegiant, and this plane was built in 1917. So shut the hell up, you know?
All you see hanging from the overhead, 2 big black wheels.
Chrome bars supporting something without a door on it, you know? And then when they reach altitude, the plane sounds like this. Is there anything else on the list?
The last one, I thought this was strange, and I'd like you guys to unpack this a little bit, is can I borrow a pen? So, especially in this day and age.
Well, especially if you're coming from overseas where you got to fill out the little duty-free deal.
What they need is they need to do the crossword puzzle in Horizons magazine.
They said
the crossword puzzle is ripped.
The amount of times they get asked for a pen, it's like they don't have pens in the little satchel. They have to go back and get them. Now, I feel like if the planes really wanted to get past this, they'd just give you a pen in a little pack. That's it.
You know what? All I know is the last time I was on a plane, I thought I was being nice, but apparently it didn't go over like that.
Really?
I was in the back of the plane. My row was probably 17 or 18.
Okay.
Almost on the wing. I was in the middle of the pack. So I went back to the bathroom, and there were 2 of them back there, 2 flight attendants, both of them female. And I was getting into the cannon. As the door was open, I looked at one of them and I said, with a body like that, you can go places.
Yeah, and then they gave him a bottle. They gave him a bottle of champagne. Because ladies like to be complimented.
No.
Yeah.
And she said in that 40s voice, thank you, sir. That's very nice. I appreciate that. All right, thank you. We got to take a break. What was that commercial like from 20 years ago?
I remember it.
Oh, no, people are going to get confused. We'll be right back with the thing, the dumpster. The dumpster. It's coming up next.
The summer of 2021 is in its last refrain. There's nothing to do now but to
climb aboard the Nicky train.
Uh-oh.
Hop on, ladies.
That's right. Big football is back, and so is a prognosticator of piranha. Get a jump start on your football weekend with expert picks from the legend, Nicky Diamond.
This fall, we're gonna win it all.
The Merle, the Carry, and the Diamond Pick of the Week. It's all right here.
Love me, love the money.
Thursdays on the Mike O'Mara Show.
You can't win if you don't listen, so listen or be a loser.
I spoke with Nicky via text.
He's on tomorrow?
Yes,
Mañana.
He is. And
first game
he's
tomorrow
loving
night.
our later start time, to be perfectly honest. But I couldn't get it because we were just going by text, and I know he's got a data limit.
Yes.
But I don't know if he's wearing a mask or not, so we'll see.
I can't wait. It's been so long to hear what he's been through. And is he a mask wearer or a mask denier?
He would not tell me. He wouldn't tell me, but I know he's scared of needles.
That's exciting. Just going to be fascinating to hear about his roommate and his love life.
It's been too long.
Was his roommate alive the last time, or did he pass? I forgot.
I think he was ailing,
on
but
the brink
alive.
of hospice.
Yeah.
Very good. Anyway, welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Theragun.
Yes.
Oh my God, love Theragun, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let the stress of daily life weigh on your body. Whether you're an elite athlete or someone like me, just trying to make it through the day tension-free, Theragun can help. Theragun is the handheld percussive therapy device that releases your deepest muscle tension using depth, speed, and power. Power of Theragun. It's as quiet as an electric toothbrush, too. The Gen 4 Theragun gets to the source of the pain by releasing tension. Using Theragun's signature percussive therapy, which goes 60% deeper than vibration alone. It is the best. I love the way the thing is built. You know when you pick it up that you've got something substantial. There's no substitute for the Theragun Gen 4. The OLED screen and design is amazing. You got to go to their site and check it out. Plus, the Theragun app learns from your behaviors and suggests guided routines. Theragun is trusted by, listen to this, 250 professional sports teams. Yes. They use it. They know what they're talking about because they have to deal with injuries all the time. Real Madrid and elite athletes like Paul George and DeAndre Hopkins, Maria Sharapova, plus hundreds of thousands of customers. And me, I love the thing. I use it all the time, and you should too. Theragun, try it for 30 days, starting at only $199. Go to therabody.com/TMOS right now to get your Gen 4 Theragun today. That's therabody.com/TMOS. Remember, therabody.com/TMOS, and we thank you. Let's open it up and see what's happening today. Yesterday, we had a live person. Who's in there now?
Teams from Calvert Hall, Frederick, and Hammond.
Oh, it's Mac McGarry.
It's academic. Good morning, I'm Mac McGarry.
Mac McGarry,
Amazing.
for those of you around the country, he was a local broadcaster and a local TV personality
So
and
was
a
Willard
wonderful
Scott.
human being. And he's from the Willard era, and he's no longer with us. And he used to host a local game show, a quiz show called It's Academic, where they would wheel in these students from these other high schools all over the area, and he was the host, and he did a fine
Which one of our
job.
listeners was on there?
Oh, Lena, but she was a cheerleader, not a contestant.
That's right. You were never on it.
No, I was never. We didn't have a. I don't think Madison had a team at the time. I could be wrong.
Okay.
No, we
All
did. But they were really, really smart, like crazy smart. So I couldn't get on the team. But the thing is, I think Mac hosted it for over 50 years.
Yeah, he's got the world
Incredible.
record.
And it's still on. It's still on. It's a great quiz
Who's
show.
hosting it now? She's like a radio person.
Hillary Howard.
Yes.
Hillary Howard. Very
Yeah.
nice lady.
Yeah, I love her.
Absolutely.
All right, Mike, in Fort Myers, Florida,
Uh-oh.
there's a neighborhood where they are responsible, I guess through homeowners fees and such, for filling their own potholes. They called upon the government to fill the pothole, and they said, no, it's your responsibility. So in Fort Myers, how do they fill a pothole on their own?
How?
With a palm tree.
A banana tree. Mike.
They literally
banana
put a
tree,
whole
sorry.
tree in the middle of the road. I pulled up and I'm like, is that really a tree in the middle of the road?
And I took 2 takes. I was like, what is this?
Me and my wife instantly started laughing.
This is how we fix holes in Southwest Florida.
The tree is actually kind of make it harder to get around the next pothole that's right next to it, because I usually just drive over the pothole, but now there's a big tree. You can't drive through a tree.
I see a lot of cars that come through here and they bottom out. You know, you hear this big bang and, you know, it's somebody hit a hole.
It messes up the tire, messes up the rim, and then it basically messes up your day.
The weird thing is that the tree was not wearing a mask.
That's right. Yes. Living in paradise.
Now I have to ask, because my kids fell right into the sweet spot for this. Did either of your daughters watch Blue's Clues?
Oh boy, yeah, they had to, because I was aware of it.
Yeah.
And that had to be when they were little. So they were both
Still
with
popular.
Steve and Blue's
Yeah,
Clues.
Blue's Clues was a big deal in my household, and
I love the guy, love the host, the kid, the man boy that was
Steve
the host.
Burns was his name, and
Steve Burns.
I remember one of our first trips to King's Dominion when Robert was just barely able to talk, and Blue came out, and he said, "Daddy, yerk," because he couldn't say look. He had troubles with L's, and he said, "Daddy, yerk." And I have the greatest picture of baby Robert with Blue that'll just blow your mind.
He's looking right at me, and he's making a face like that. It's like Rob has the same problem. Is that what you were trying to say with pronouncing L's? No, I don't know what that was. He was just giving me a. See, sometimes you don't see him, and
You
I
know
see
what?
it. I have to
There's
react
one
to
L
it.
word I can say. Loser.
I'm a loser.
Anyway, so from 1996 to 2002, Steve Burns hosted Blue's Clues, and he exited rather suddenly.
Yeah, there's
and
no
they replaced
controversy.
and they replaced him with who was ostensibly his brother on the show. But he came back for the 25th anniversary of Blue's Clues and did a message that I found really extraordinarily sweet.
We started out with clues, and now it's what? Student loans and jobs and families, and some of it has been kind of hard. You know? I know you know. And I wanted to tell you that I really couldn't have done all of that without your help. And in fact, all the help that you helped me with when we were younger is still helping me today, right now. And that's super cool. I guess I just wanted to say that after all these years, I never forgot you. Ever.
That's
this is really
And I'm super
creepy.
glad we're still friends. Thanks for listening. You
So-
look great, by the way.
He turned out he was wearing the same.
What did he look like?
He looks great. He has the same Blue's Clues.
He didn't look like Meatloaf or anything like that, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't look like the grown-up Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
The tone
Where
was
the
off.
features
The tone-
stayed the same and the head exploded?
Yeah, he had the same Blue's Clues shirt.
I get it, but you weren't crept out by it?
No, I thought it was really sweet. It turns
Sound
out the reason he left the show was to go to college and get educated. And he
Sound
never
like
really revealed
an
it.
ED commercial.
No,
So he really was a kid when he
young kid,
ED
yeah.
commercial. God, that's disgusting. I didn't know he was a real kid when he was doing that.
He was
okay,
he was
that.
youthful, and as a matter of fact, he did another video that showed that he didn't need an ED medicine.
That is
disgusting.
not okay.
Let's move on,
right.
shall we, please?
People videotape their professors now a lot, and I think it's because it helps them remember the lecture, and then they get to watch the stuff again. You don't have to be an aggressive note taker. If you have an iPhone, you can tape your professor. But if your professor is doing a case study on beef and you have some creative editing skills, maybe you want to back off on how many times you say beef. And there are words, Mike, that if you say them once, they sound fine. What's a hamburger made of, Oscar?
Hamburger.
No, what's a hamburger made of, Oscar?
Cow.
Beef.
Thank you.
No.
You're really an ass today. It's like trying to walk uphill. But you can say beef, and it sounds fine. But if you hear it this many times, it starts sounding wrong.
So they can produce peppers, or we'll suppose they can produce beef. Beef, 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 beef. The opportunity cost of beef, 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 beef. The value
of
beef,
lecture.
Beef, 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 beef. 5, 4, 3,
Young
2,
professor.
1.
Yes.
Beef, 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 beef. And we're measuring the sacrifice of beef, 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 beef. And therefore I get one beef. Beef, 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 beef. Nothing but beef. Beef, 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 beef. There's more beef in the world. Beef, beef, beef. Relative price of beef. Beef.
There you go. That's one lecture.
And by the way, the student got nothing from the lecture.
Of course not.
Definitely got the beef thing.
And
That's good.
let's close with this, Mike. I want to tip of the TMOS cap to his name is Omkar Tamhay.
You want to try that again?
I wish I would.
All the way back from TMOS cap.
All right. This is a lecture by a guy talking about beef. No. A tip of the TMOS cap to Omkar Tamhay, who got all 137 merit badges offered by the Boy Scouts. He earned them all. Here he is with his dad. He's 16, this kid. Here he is with his dad talking about earning all 137 merit badges offered by the Boy Scouts of America.
I feel like anyone can complete this. It's truly an eye-opening journey. Cooking, archery, theater, camping, canoeing, search and rescue.
I'm really proud of him. It is 137 all total different subjects.
It's been truly amazing to earn all the merit badges and go through all the different steps required to earn all these.
There is a 138th merit badge he did not get, which is talking to a girl.
Talking to a girl is there. Scouting.
Scouting
Yes.
for women. That
Scouting.
is your digital
That's
dumpster.
It. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that, but I always do. I can't help myself.
Pull
Right?
my son out of it.
We have the camp right down the road, from where I used to live in Haymarket, Virginia. Watch out. Those weekends, you never know what the hell's going on.
Grown-up men in khaki shorts.
Very strange. But I'm glad Steve came back on Blues Clues. That was a very interesting digital dumpster today.
I'm sorry that it disappointed you, and I'm sorry it creeped out Oscar. I had a great time with it.
Very, very interesting. A lot of. I'm not going to say it. I'm speechless. There you go. All right, we got to get the Lambda guy out of here, and we'll roll now. And it was just a lot of man-boy action in that.
How do you mean?
In that particular.
Well, we don't need to revisit it. Let's move on.
The Mac McGarry
we don't need to
thing?
relitigate it. What's that?
The Mac McGarry thing?
No, Steve from Blues Clues, and then a Boy Scout with merit badges. It was, sometimes it's like a window into your soul. I don't know what's going on.
It was two items out of many.
Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode for Rob
It's
Spivak.
his fucking fault. He made you think that way.
And Oscar Santana. Tomorrow we've got a food reco.
Yes.
A food reco you're going to really love. More fun coming up. We'll see you next time. For Rob and Oscar, Michael Mayer saying bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
We don't want you to lose weight. We just want you to be healthy. Okay. By eating less. Go home and step on a scale and write down how much you weigh and subtract it by like 20. And then weigh that much.
If that's a joke, I love it. If not, I cannot wait to unpack that with you.
Who did they go to war with? The world.